Hello. Hello, hello.
Let's do this thing. Okay, sorry.
I see Sherry and Marion are here. How are you? Um, there's other people here. There's 4 people here. It says, hi, Karen. Karen's here. Karen never misses, I don't think. Yeah.
Excuse me.
So I actually read the rest of the book quite quickly. There's Sue.
I
Yeah,
do.
I finished it up pretty quickly, and I moved on to my other book. Where's my book at? I mean, seriously, I know I had it in
Did
my
you
hand.
lose it when you lost your sound? Did you throw it across the room, Mindy?
No, I have a feeling I didn't bring it in here. I think I had it in my hand. I stopped in the kitchen for something to drink, and I think it got left there. I have the new book
Uh-oh.
here, but I don't have that one. Oh well, I can probably talk about it without it, right? I
Oh,
know.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah. But it did go quickly. I mean, it really went quickly, that last section. And I will say this. Hello, Jennifer and Brenda, and Deborah's here too.
Hey
I will
guys.
I will say this about the end of the book. It almost went too quick for me.
Really?
Yeah. Hi, Stacy.
Well,
Yeah.
I think part of it was intended so that, she could do the, hey, wait a second, that's not how stuff goes. You gotta, she even said, you gotta prolong it out. It's not just, okay, happily ever after, bye bye bye.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then
I,
even after she said that to him, she said that, well, that can't be the end. You got to make more of it. There still wasn't much more of it. It just went really quick. The end was just like bada bing, bada boom, we're done. It's over. Hi, Catherine. I thought it went like really quick and just, I don't know. I think
hey, Stacy.
there could have
Yeah.
been more at the end, but that was my thought.
Now,
Yeah.
did you read the afterword
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
from her, from the author?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
That her
Yeah.
sister
Mm-hmm.
cancer. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the book was long. Okay, I will say the book was long because it was 450 some pages or whatever, but it wasn't really that long because the text that book was written in was quite large. And so
Right.
it really, if it would have been written like, any other book, probably it would have only been 300 and some pages. But I just think there could have been a little more at the end to, you know.
I mean, I get it. Although I do like how how he, the storyteller, he brought in Maximus by having him be the guard turned into the horse.
Right.
I'm sorry, that one just, I was like,
Yeah, and
well,
so
okay.
that was interesting because that was a little weird, wasn't it? Because I didn't think that she was really at the state of her powers where she could turn something like from human to animal. All
Yep.
of a sudden she's like, "Oh well." I thought she was like, what point was she at? What could she do? Make things smaller? She could make things smaller. Isn't that what she could do?
Yeah, because she made, she made the castle smaller, like literally
Yeah,
that same exact time. So, like, how do you all of a sudden go from making something smaller to trying to heal the captain
and
and to
turning him
heal
into a
him, turn him
horse.
into a horse
Yeah.
and
I
heal him?
thought she could make the wound small. That's where I
That's what
thought
I
it.
keep I'm like, okay, make the wound
Yeah.
small and the
Yeah.
amount of blood coming out
Yeah.
small.
Yeah. And
That's what
that's
I
how
thought was
she
going
could
to
have like
happen.
healed him more because she couldn't heal. She couldn't heal until whatever moon, but
Full moon.
she could make things smaller at that point. So I thought she'd make the wound smaller. I was quite surprised when it was like, oh no, he turned into a horse. I was like, what? Wait, how'd that happen? you know.
I know. But and he's
So,
happy about it. He's happy being a horse.
well, he is, yes, but it just didn't make much sense to me, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that one did. I mean, and I understand they had to try to find a way to get Maximus from the movie, um,
I guess.
in the story, you know.
I guess.
Uh, so, but
I didn't say
I
hi
mean,
to Lynn.
I
Hi,
still thought
Lynn.
it was interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's the first one I've ever read. It would be interesting to see how we feel about other ones. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it felt a little incomplete and a little odd in the last section. But,
I
and
mean,
then,
like I'm kind of curious. I guess I don't understand. Okay, so the guy at the beginning who, left out after the princess was born,
yeah,
he shows back up again and mysteriously has the
right.
sun-dried flower, and Gothel's gonna die.
Yeah,
So, like,
right.
okay.
Yep. How'd that happen? Right?
And I was kind of hoping that we were going to hear, a little bit more about the happily ever after. But I know fairy tales don't really, they just say they lived happily ever after. You don't really get well, did they have kids? Did they, did any of this pass down to any of the kids? I don't know.
Did you
But
get confused at the section where after she's met her mom and talking about a sister?
yeah, okay. So
I'm like,
okay.
what? I'm reading that. I read it over and I read it again. I'm like, huh?
I'm thinking what they're saying is that Flynn and Gina are brother and sister.
Well, that's what I kind of thought. But again, it wasn't clear,
I know
was
it
it?
wasn't. Yeah,
It
no.
wasn't
I'm
clear.
thinking, did they tell us about? No, they didn't tell us about siblings at the beginning.
I
So,
don't
but
think so.
there
Mm-mm.
they go. They're obviously brother and sister, and that's why
Yeah,
they fight so much.
apparently.
And
Yeah,
nobody noticed they looked alike,
no. So I
especially
mean,
since his name is Eugene.
yeah, I had a few issues at the end of the book, I guess. But anyhow, I think it
It's like they were
was
trying to tie it up nice and neat, but at the
too
same time,
fast.
it was
Too fast, yeah. Trying to throw all this stuff in there in the end real quick like, and it lost it in translation. It just kind of went whoops, whoops. Anyhow, I don't know. And then Gina wants nothing to do with the castle or anything. She's like, nope, I'm out of here. I want to go be an adventurer and right. Interesting.
yeah. She wants the castle life is not for her. No sedentary life. She's always wanted to be a person who rambled and rumbled and
Yeah,
read a lot
Stacy,
of
I felt
adventure.
it was even a little rushed at the battle. Like everything there happened really fast. Like Gothel was there and then she wasn't. And then this happened and it was like all of a sudden the battle was done and over and people are dead and people are leaving and everybody's okay and I'm just it just went whoop, like, oh my gosh, what all just
I think,
happened here?
yeah, I think I kind of would have liked to have seen the battle from different viewpoints.
Yeah.
Like viewing the battle from, we got from inside the castle, but at the same time, like while that's happening inside the castle, like it would have been nice to kind of hear what does the captain think is happening outside the castle, and so like you get that dual
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah. And it's funny, I listen to a lot of booktuber people and they talk about stuff like this. And I've never really, really read a book that I felt this way about, that it was like the speed at which they tried to tie everything up kind of left you like, huh? you know? But anyhow.
Well, it kind of reminded me of when we read that one book where the they tied up the ending so much so quickly that it was just boom. They're already remember when they're already married and they've had and then it's 10 this many years later. And you're like
there you go.
okay.
Oh, okay. And okay, so it would have been better, in my opinion, if maybe instead of trying to do everything like she did, like putting it all together, rushing it all too much, would have been better to just have an afterword, a whole chapter of just 2 years later or something like that, that would have been, that would have been a better way to go, I think. But we're not writers. We didn't write the book, but anyhow.
I mean, a little bit more, like I said, the other one that I read with the Beast, that one was a lot different because that one was told more like you still got the original story, but with added insight into the beasts. And I may not even be this series. It may be that villain series that I was reading, because the villain series, it gives you like insight into what the villain was like before they were a villain.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, let's try that then. Yeah. So being the first one I've ever read, I only have, like one other. I don't know. It'd be interesting. And in this series, they're not all written by this same author either. So
they're written by multiple different authors.
I think I've seen like 3 different authors for this series, but so
it's always interesting to see how their style goes. Because I mean, I like the idea of a twisted fairy tale, but I kind of like it when it's twisted a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe that sounds weird, but like
no, I know what you mean.
Just a little bit more. Like I read one. I don't know if this is necessarily considered a twisted fairy tale. It says it though, where it's Little Red Riding Hood. But Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother are werewolf hunters.
Oh, yes. That's more twisted.
And they're biker gangs. They're biker and deal with a biker gang. Gotcha. And it's so the wolf is a werewolf and they're hunting them. And then I read another one where Little Red Riding Hood is the werewolf.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, those are like a little bit different.
Yeah. And I've read some like children's books, being a teacher. I had several fairy tales that were twisted around, mixed up. And those were fun. They were a lot different than the original.
Did you ever read? There's this one, and I've got to find the second in the series, but it was called Into the Wild, and it's like where the fairy tale lands start taking over the real world.
No.
Oh my God, that one was so good, and I got to find the second one.
I'm still telling some of that Chris Colfer stuff you would really like. You would like those 2 series of his. He does a nice job with those.
I really got to read one of his.
I think I've read a couple of the one series and one of the other one or something like that. And I mean, I would read those to my class. And so I had to do like 2 of them one year because you can't read the second one to a new class the next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because then you're like,
they'd be like, what's going on? And I wanted to keep going with this series, but I'm like, well, I can't read the third one to these kids because they don't know anything about the first 2. So, I never got to read the others, but I think that they would be good. I think you would like them, but
I bet you I would. I bet you I really would.
Apparently the audio was very good for this. I don't ever listen to anything. There
was some childlike giggles.
Yeah. I don't ever listen to anything on audio, like on Audible or anything like that. I just listen to Alexa read it. And she's just like, Dun, 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 dun,
I've
dun.
never done the free Audible trial, and I've obviously never bought into the Audible because if I'm doing something while listening to it, part of it's going to get tuned out, and then it kind of negates the whole reason for doing it.
No, I totally get that because like I listen to Alexa in the morning, like while I'm eating breakfast and well, but Alexa doesn't read with the narrators. Alexa is just Alexa, just like Alexa's voice. So she doesn't
So
actually
you
have,
don't get whatever the voice
no,
is.
I don't get the narrators and all that with her. But I will notice that sometimes, like I'm eating breakfast, I take my vitamins, I'm doing all that kind of stuff, while Alexa's reading to me, or I pick up my phone. If I pick up my phone, I'm screwed. I'm like, I lose all track of what I'm listening to. And I'll be like, wait, what just happened? Wait, what just happened? You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I need to focus more, you know?
Yeah, I just it's just like because when I'm diamond painting, I'll put on like forensic files and I can like listen some, but I'm watching those because like I can tune in and out and still keep up with what's happening. But I feel like if
Jennifer's like her mind wanders too if she's listening to it like that.
yeah, and I just I feel like that I would miss part of the book and I'd be like, wait, hold on, what
I
did I
could
miss?
probably like diamond paint and listen to it, but I couldn't do anything else and listen. But
Yeah, and I definitely have a hard time. I can't even watch anything when I'm crocheting because I have to count. And it throws me off when especially if someone mentions a number
uh,
and I'm trying to count. And I'm like,
I can crochet as long as I know my pattern I'm working on. I can crochet and watch TV because I pay more attention to my crochet than I do the TV. I just kind of listen to the TV and I don't even actually watch the TV much, So
right.
I'm good with that. But yeah, you could do it in the car. There you go. See, when you're doing something that doesn't take any extra brain power to do, I could probably listen to it. But yeah, and I have not done I have not done the subscription or anything like that either.
Yeah.
So all I do is I usually any books that I have in my Kindle on my phone are like free or they're 99 centers or I think I might have spent $3 on one, but because it was like the next in a series or something. So yeah, at
Oh,
night
well,
now, at night might work.
through this book club, I have bought quite a lot through Kindle
Yeah.
because I don't have the book. So they're like 12, 14, $15.
Yeah. So I just buy the books. I just buy the books. So, like I said, it's been helpful for me to have the physical book, right? Because there's been times when we've needed to refer to the book.
Yeah. And I'm like, I kind of can't. It's on my
Right.
phone.
So here's a good example of a book. Like I could not find this at Meijer, which is where I normally get my books. Because
Oh,
Meijer will
really?
usually come out with like these new releases. Okay. And they're comparable to Amazon prices. But Meijer didn't have this one when I wanted to buy it. Okay. And so then I was at Walmart and I found it at Walmart and it was comparable to Amazon price. So I bought it at Walmart. Then last week we're grocery shopping and all of a sudden it appears at Meijer, right? Now it's at Meijer. And I was a little disappointed because it was actually more. It was like
Oh,
a couple
no.
dollars more at Meijer. So I was like, well, I'm glad I found it at Walmart. But, you got it from Amazon. See, I normally will get things from Amazon and you can get them really quick too. I mean, they come super fast, but this one just worked out well that I did find it at Walmart, which I was surprised because our Walmart's book section sometimes it's just like, what are you doing? Right.
Our Walmart book section is non-existent.
Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. It just depends. I don't know.
Yeah, no, if we want to get
Oh, look,
books,
Sherry's walking
you
right
got to
now,
go to the
listening.
Target.
Sherry's listening right now, and walking and listening to audio while she's listening to us.
Oh
But
my goodness.
that would be a good time to listen to a book too when you're walking. Except I walk with Dale and we talk. So yeah,
Well, there you go.
yeah,
Yeah, Dale would not want you like listening to something instead of
no,
paying attention to him.
no, yeah, we walk and
Yeah.
talk. So, but that's the only time I listen to her read is in the mornings when I'm having breakfast and taking my vitamins because that's just mindless stuff, you know. Yeah, I finished a book this morning and then I was kind of like, wait, what? Wait, we're done? That's it? There's more. Why do we stop there? Oh, well, you know, it is a series. Yeah, okay. All right. It just
Yeah.
stopped at a really weird place. It was a really weird place. And I was like, okay, well, guess if I want to know any more about that, I got to get the next one, which now I'd have to pay for because the first one was free.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. I haven't like mapped anything out with this book or anything. I've been talking about it all over the place, though. I talk about it in my whip and chat, and I talk about it, you know, every place I can think of. You found yours at Walmart. Amazon has your address wrong. That's not good.
Oh, I'd be like, no, no.
No,
Someone else
right?
going to be getting my stuff.
This one, Lynn, Nicholas Sparks, Dreamland. This is the next book.
Dream.
And we're going to start it like right now. You know, like right now. Well, I won't start it right now. I'll start it in a couple days. I'm working
I'll
on
start it
reading
like I usually do on Sunday.
I'm reading a Susan Mallory book right now. That's my other book I'm reading. Something about the bookshop, boardwalk bookshop or something like that. So
I am reading uh it's called a cozy tea room butler mystery. It's one of those that her name's Erin Johnson, who's the author, and it's a paranormal one, and because the owner of the tea room is a vampire and she's a witch, and they have a shifter that works there too. But it's like
I've
also,
never ever read anything with shifters. I'm not ever going to read any shifting. I'm just no.
I love it.
People talk about these weird shifting romance books that are shifters, or I'm like, no, or monster romance books, and I'm like,
Minnie's like, nope, it's romance, but not my type.
can I have a romance with a monster? What are you people talking about, right?
Well, you can. Oh my
No.
goodness, vampires!
No.
That's like you're like. How do you think? How do you think Twilight got so popular?
That's too
Vampire.
no.
Mm-hmm.
That's too far. Who has shifty eyes? What? Somebody's got shifty eyes? What?
Probably me. Who knows?
All right. So Sue and I talked earlier or yesterday or someday, I don't know, that we're going to have probably 2 weeks after we finish this book before Nora Roberts even comes in. So we're going to have a gap there. We're going to have a gap. So we have choices here. We have choices. We can have a gap, which means we take a couple weeks off. Or, I mean, we could really drag this one out and spread it out, which would be interesting. But what do you guys want to do? Because the Nora Roberts doesn't it doesn't even come out until the 22nd of November.
No, I have not read the Black Hood Brothers series. I may have to look that up. If it's got shifters, if it's got paranormal, I'm into it, y'all.
It starts with us. It starts with us. Oh, people want to know what happened there.
I know, I do, but at the same time, it's like that would be too much to try to read in 2 weeks.
It would be a lot to read in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to read it, though. Okay, so we can do this. We could do this. This one, it's 360 pages. That's 90 pages a week. That would 4 weeks. We'd be finished with it. And we got 2 weeks. We could, okay. What do you think about speeding this one up to 3 weeks? It starts with us in 3 weeks. How many pages is that, though? Hang on. How many pages is that one? Let's see. You don't even know how this works. I know that's fine. Just hang with us for a little while. We'll get you all sorted out. Don't worry. All right. Let's see. Let's go to It Starts With Us. And how many pages is that puppy? It Starts With Us. If it's doable in 3 weeks, listen, Sherry's going, yes, 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 yes,
yes, yes, yes,
yes, yes. It is, how many pages? It's less than this one. It's 336.
Okay. Then possible to do.
What if we do a 3-week book? A 3-week book? And then we'll be a little late for Nora Roberts, but it would give everybody a chance to get it and all that stuff.
I think that would be fine with. I mean, it works for me.
They were given the lady booster and flu shot, so I got them. Now you're in bed. Oh my God. What's a lady booster? Never heard of that.
Is there's something down there that I don't know what it is?
Got your lady boosted. Okay, Karen says yes. Margaret says yes. Sherry says yay. Okay, so that's what we'll do. So then, what did I say this one was? This one is 360 pages, right? That's what I said.
Yep.
All right. You got that math figured out in your head right now, Brandy?
See, that's 120. Hold on. What you said? How much is it?
360.
360. Yeah, 120.
Yep, that's 120 pages. All right. So can we do that? And then we'll get through this one pretty quickly. I think it's going to be a fast read anyhow. I never heard of it either. 120 pages. Let's see.
Now that J.R. Ward.
Is that even close to a paid chapter break? Oh, well, let's see. There's a section break right here. Part 3 is about Colby. Let's see. That's not close to 120, though. Let's see. What's close to 120? Oh, that couldn't be any better. Couldn't be any better. Stop at page 119.
Oh, there you go. Look at us. That means 120 starts the next one.
Yep. And that's through chapter 17.
Okay, that's what I need to know because I'm like, my page numbers don't necessarily.
Chapter 17. Read all the way through chapter 17, and that takes us right up to page 120. That's perfect.
Okay, so yes, 17, no 18. Okay.
No on 18. Yeah. I mean, if you read 18, it's not going to be a big deal. That's chapter 18. So
Lynn's going to be like, I'm going to try. I will try to stop.
Yeah, we can do this. All right. So let's do that. We'll do this in 3 weeks. That's 120 pages at a crack. Does 240 work out next time? Let's see. Oh, we get another section here. It's divided into sections. Part 5 is Beverly. 240. Oh, 240 works out pretty good too.
Oh, look at us.
There's 3 sections. Perfect. That works. And then we'll do It Starts With Us, and
then we'll get into Nora Roberts.
She'll just be a little late. Just a little late. That's all right. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you.
That's right. Give me a big old thumbs up.
All right. That's the plan. I'm looking for something to put in here to bookmark it. I got nothing to bookmark. I can remember that.
You don't have any sticky notes?
I do, but they're in the drawer and they're in the way and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. Everybody knows what we're doing? We're game on, spot on. All right. Spot on. We are spot on. All right. Okay.
Spot on.
That's all I got. Anybody got anything else? Any last words? Yeah, the dragons are coming.
That's right. Dragons coming.
Yep. Just got 2 more books, Lynn. 2 more books. We've got Dreamland about singing. We got a little domestic violence coming up after that, and then dragons.
That's right.
I don't know why I said domestic violence. The last one.
Well, we don't know because it's not. She got rid of that. She got rid of the domestic.
Yeah, hopefully. But I bet you we're going to hear about more of it, though. Right?
Probably.
We're going to hear more about. Yeah. Anyhow. All right. Have a great night, everybody, and we will see you next week. All righty. See ya later.